desert ecosystem. Vulture. In certain parts of land you can see vultures. Vulture is a type of bird. And monkey you can see only in tropical areas where lots and lots of foods are available. So like that, certain creatures are available in certain place. Can we make desert into a complete rainforest? Desert is naturally created. In India you have Thar Desert. How these things are formed? In India itself you see one place is completely covered with forest. I have told you Meghalaya. And in another part if you see desert is there. How it is possible? Certain lands are not at all having plants, water, etc. Desert ecosystems are, when you compare forest, here you will be having high temperature. Deserts will be having more than 40 plus degree temperature, low rainfall. Now when you should call desert engineeringly, according to technological wise you should say is 250 millimeters of rainfall. Have you heard the newses? They will say every rainfall is quantified by millimeter or centimeter. This much of centimeter rainfall held today. Like that they will give statistics. So technically when you should call a place a desert is if there is annual rainfall. Low precipitation is, precipitation means what? Rainfall. If rainfall is lesser than 250 millimeters, 250 millimeter is 25 centimeters of rainfall is there, then it is called a desert. Anywhere if rainfall is less, then it will become desert. There will be harsh conditions where structure and function of desert is different and living organism will also differ due to that. Can you see mango tree in desert? Coconut tree? No. Even trees, plant kingdoms, certain types of species will be living there, including animals, plants and minerals, etc. What are the minerals available in desert? The desert always have sand. Desert generally have number of minerals. India depends on multiple things. What is India's revenue source? How does India earn money more? Spices. Yes, spice is one of the things. Human capital. Indias are highly dependent on human capital. Like that, some country depend on certain things. Arabia, Saudi Arabia in the sense, what they depend on? Oil. The oils are only derived from offshores and the deserts. Can you see why the deserts are very rich? If you think you are living in desert, you will be very richest person. Why? Because nature have given you that resource. Yes or no? Saudi Arabian people, what they have done? They have done nothing. We are doing agriculture and at the end of the agriculture, some rainfall will come, totally collapsed. But those people living in desert area, they have natural resources. They dig that, they become millionaires. Naturally, resources are much present in desert ecosystem. How much is the coverage of desert overall world is 17%. Can you see the ocean here? There is an ocean and this is Namibia. Namibia is a country. They depend on 25% of their country's income due to this desert. Can you see desert here? Have anyone seen in the movie completely desert and nearby you have seashore? Don't think that deserts are only the place which do not have water. There are three types of desert which I will discuss with you. Not all deserts are same. Hot and humid deserts are there. Coastal deserts are there. This is called a coastal desert. This total country depends on diamond, silver, tungsten, lead is being mined here. In Karnataka and particularly in Bangalore, nearby Bangalore we have Kolar goldfields. Desert ecosystem provides number of resources. Now this is the global scenario. Can you see in how many places you can see desert? One is cold desert. Don't think very hot and humid climate is only desert. Globally, can you see the Arctic side, this is Antarctic side, both are called what desert? Cold desert. Now hot deserts are Sahara. You would have heard about that. Sahara is a hot desert. You can see it is nearby equator. Can you see in India? You have Thar Desert. India is a country where you have vast mountain area, desert, etc. All the climates are available. We are very fortunate to get birth in India. Why? Because we have every natural conditions in a single country. Certain countries doesn't have, and you can see most of the African places are covered with desert. Can you see patches here? Like that, in every continent you have desert. So desert is not only it's there in one or other country, it is there in all continents. Can you see in Australia? You can see in matches only greeneries are there. No, Australia have more number of desert. At center part you have desert. I will tell you how these things are there. Then last thing is coastal desert. Can you see here? Namibia. See, I have told you Namibia, no? This is nearby seashore. This is called coastal desert. Now, why certain places become desert? So, which I will discuss with you. And this is major desert in the world. This is Thar Desert. Now, what is the understanding you should know about Thar Desert is having 2 lakh square kilometer, which is there in which state? In which state you have Thar Desert? Rajasthan you have. Their temperature might increase up to 50%, and at winter, have you seen in desert, at morning you have high temperature, at night you have severe cold, both extremes. Have you wondered why? Desert means every time you should have hot climate, but at night why you have severity of cold? Due to air current. What will happen? What will happen due to that air current? You don't have clouds there. Clouds will absorb all the moisture content. It protects you in alternate conditions. So there is very less cloud. That is why what will happen? Whatever is being given, there is nothing to absorb. Clouds will absorb naturally in top. If there is nothing to absorb, what will happen? If there is hot, complete hotness will be falling on you. If there is no cloud, complete cold will fall on you. So there is nothing to store there. That is the one of the reason where it reaches around 0 degree centigrade. Understand, deserts have high temperatures 50 degree, low temperatures of 0 degree also. Thar Desert is 17th largest, and mostly you have a river called what? Luni river. You have that river, but it will not flow throughout the year. It will only flow during the rainfall, and it is not perennial river. Now, before starting the class, I have told you one thing, no? How does desert form? This is the reason. Can you see nearby seashore, the wind will flow. What happens? These mountains will be there, high mountains. These trees will transpire all the water and make it into clouds. Due to this obstruction, what will happen? This cloud condense here and all the rainfall will fall here. After this mountain, you will be having no moistured water in order to take to the next place. Can you understand? If waters are being taken, the hills are being obstructing there. The water cannot go more higher. Why? Because there is no wind pressure. So all the rainfall falls here, and you have the other part of complete desert. So naturally, if you want to stop all the deserts, what you have to do? You have to destroy the mountain. Can we destroy Mount Himalaya? Not at all possible. Naturally, whatever is there, you have to go along with that. So this mountain is created by Thar Desert. So Thar Desert, here you have a mountain. All the wind flow is around this. That is why a desert is being formed in India. Can you see these are all mountain ranges in India? Have you seen? This is a Himalayan mountain. After Himalayan mountain, you have two deserts. Cold desert. Now here also you have Aravalli mountain. That is why all the wind flows here. Can you see? Here you have wind. Whatever wind flows from here, which is directed towards this part, and this one is called a shadow region. Shadow rainfall region. That is why all the rainfall falls here. This is Madhya Pradesh, no? Which is the most forest state in India. Madhya Pradesh. Can you understand why? This is Madhya Pradesh. All the rainfall falls here. There is a mountain here. This is the part where it makes the desert in India. Yes. Have you seen oasis? What is oasis? Even in desert you have certain trees, plants, etc. How does it form? Any idea? Oases are formed by natural groundwater. You see the well, and groundwater. Oasis will be formed if you have a desert in a curved shape. The deepest place of the desert will be having oasis. So all the rainwater will be automatically going towards the deepest part of the desert. That is why it has some water. Can you see the oasis will be there at the lowest region of a place so that the water stays there. If there is water, there can be living species. Now, let us come to biotic and abiotic component. What are the structure of desert systems are the soil. What kind of soil will be there in desert? Sandy or rock soil. Mostly you will be having salt. Salt content, salinity will be high. These two kinds of soil will be there. Climate generally will be hot and humid climate, extreme climates, and low rainfall will be there. Also, have you seen sandstorms? Sandstorms in desert. Why does sandstorm in desert? I have shown you in previous figures, no? The wind has been flowing, and after rainfall the dry winds will be there. Dry winds, nothing is there to carry. Wind has to carry something. So what happens after all the water particles are there? It only carries the dust. Sunlight is abundant and intensive. Sunlight will be there. These parameters are called what? Abiotic components. Abiotic I have discussed with you. Now let me explain biotic. What are biotics are? There are certain plants. Have you seen in movies? This kind of plant will be there if there is any desert. What does this plant is? Cactus and biophytic. Those plants are there. Currently, they are using these plants for architectural purpose. Have you seen in number of restaurants or hotels? You can see this plant. These are all called cactic and succulents. This is called cactic plant and succulent plant. Inside, it will be storing more water. It doesn't need more water in order to sustain. That is why these kind of plants are sustaining in desert. These are all biotic plants. Next thing is flora. Have you seen any fruits? Fruits in desert? Yes, fruits are available. What fruits are available there? Dates. You can see. Next one is kejri. This is a tree called kejri. So this tree, even in deserts also certain trees will be there. How does this tree grow is, they have deep roots. Now, have you seen coconut tree? They have shallow roots, no? Desert trees always have deep roots. What does they do is, this kind of kejri tree will have more than 15 to 20 feet deeper. They depend only water from the ground, not from the atmosphere. So they take all the water and then they sustain. So kejri is one of the trees, babul, and these are the types of flora. They have deep roots, waxy coating on leaves. Desert trees, the coating will be very waxy, ox and bobcats. This is the example. In forest places, the food chain will be different. In desert system, you will be having this much of cactus. As the producers, it is consumed by mice, and mice is consumed by this kind of scorpions, and above that you have a territory consumer as rattlesnake. So you have much lesser, and you see this flow chart. Also food web. There are two things, food chain and food web. This is called food chain and this is called food web. Food web is a single parameter producer can be consumed by multiple species. Can you see? The plants are consumed by rat, also by lizard and ant. So there are multiple webs. That is why it is called food web. That is called food chain, one after the other. So it can be consumed by scorpions, etc. Like food chain and food web in desert ecosystem. Fauna, I have told you regarding this. What are the animals? Indian gazelle and desert fox, etc. Bird species and adaptations. Yes. Decomposers. Decomposers are, they decompose the biotic component. So these are the example for decomposers. And fungi, bacteria, insects that break down the dead matters. It is further decomposed through this. Different plants are there, functions. So far I have discussed with you regarding desert ecosystem structure. How they are structured: biotic structure, abiotic structure, decomposers. These three are called structures. Now functions of desert ecosystems are: first one, habitat. All the habitats are unique. Habitat provisions are, they have unique habitats. They survive in extreme conditions. If you get any plants from desert, it can sustain for more longer time within whatever conditions it might be. That is the example. Nutrient cycling. What are the nutrients I have told you? Carbon. Why does desert have much higher nutrients? Are they store carbon? Have you heard about carbon storing bacteria? There are certain bacteria, they store carbon dioxide. In a city, you have more carbon dioxide, CO2 in the sense, there are particular bacteria which consume that CO2 and then they will be living in the soil. So from here, the dead plants will be taken to carbon storage. Another function of desert ecosystems are having high natural resources. What are they? Oil, gas, various minerals. I have told you tungsten, aluminum, etc. Where the mining is happening in a desert region, they provide those kind of functions. Next thing, tourism. For tourism purpose, deserts are used. Which of the following is abiotic component of desert ecosystem? Sand. Yes, you are right. Next one. Which plant is most commonly found in desert ecosystem? Cactus. Yes. Next one. Why are desert days are very hot and nights are very cold? Lack of moisture content and cloud cover. Yes. Next one. The average annual rainfall in desert is usually A, B, C, D. B, less than 25 centimeters. Yes. Which of the following adaptation is a common desert plant? Yes, they have deep root and water storage. That is why they are surviving in desert. Which tree is most commonly found in Thar Desert? Rajasthan, Kejri. Yes. Next one. What is the main river flowing through Indian desert? Luni. Yes. Which of the following function is a function of desert ecosystem? Supporting biodiversity to adapt extreme climate. Yes. If there is no similarity, more similarity in the sense, you will not have biodiversity. What role do desert plant like cactic play in ecosystem? Yes, it can provide store water and provide shelters for the living beings surrounded. Which of the following best describes major function of the desert ecosystem? Habitat for drought resistant organisms. Yes. How does desert influence climate? By reflecting solar radiations and affecting wind patterns. If there is no desert, this is what I have told you. If you make completely throughout the globe as forest in the sense, what will happen? There will be more frequent rainfall and there will be no wind flow. See, if you plant 1,000 trees, if a wind is moving, does the wind stop or not? Wind will get stopped and all the minerals will get stopped. What is the key contribution of desert dust to other ecosystems? Sir, there are sandstorms in desert. What is the use of that? Add nutrition to desert system. See, Sahara desert, the dust storm, whatever they carry, they store in Amazon. Sahara is in Africa. The same wind flows to Amazon. It provides all the nutrients. It is being carried in desert and provides nutrition to the Amazon forest. That is why it is growing.